What's up, my crypto legends? The price of Bitcoin hitting that major resistance zone that we were talking about on yesterday's video, currently getting a reaction. Are the bulls going to manage to push through this level successfully with high volume? Because if it doesn't move up with high volume, we are likely to create a lower high from this zone. On the other side, what happens if we do smash out with a large amount of volume? We need to break above $27,500 range with aggressive volume. Then this does mean that we are going to see very likely bullish price action for the next coming weeks, as this ABC corrective move will be finished, and this would invalidate that this is going to go to much lower levels. Pay attention, guys, because in today's episode we're also taking a look at the S&P 500 just about to break a major resistance zone that we were going through in today's episode, and also take a look at the DXY hitting resistance. Is the DXY ready for a small little pullback before continuation to the upside? It is very possible, and I'll explain that in today's episode, so make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. Let's dive in here straight into the chart, guys. Now, what we can see here for Bitcoin, all right, let's just get the fixed volume profile from this entire range, and we can already see that we are trying to get above that major value area low from the entire zone, as you can see right over here. Now, all depending on the next coming days, how we are going to react at this zone. Are we going to see much more bullish momentum with high volume, because the volume is still relatively low compared to the bearish volume? Of course, we need to see that massive big volume moving up here to hit the 27,200, 300, and tackling the last lower high range here, that if broken, then of course this would be a shift in the trend, and we are likely to be bullish in the next coming weeks. Of course, that is my unlikely scenario that this is going to happen for Bitcoin, because the low volume is there. We got the DXY pumping, and will likely to continue pumping in the next coming weeks despite the depth ceiling. Okay, so we're going to go through this right away, okay, on Bitcoin, on what are the possibilities to pay attention, what are the big range of resistance that I'm looking for here for my shorting opportunities, and we're going to go through that right away. So we are hitting that value area low here, just slightly above that level. So is this bullish enough? Well, of course not. We need to have massive momentum to the upside. The last few weeks since we were trading at this zone, okay, back in April at the $30,000 range, we were very much aware of that ABC corrective move, okay? And so far inside of this C move, when we do take a look at the waves down here, we can see that we have created the first, second, third wave down here, the fourth not overlapping the first wave, as you can see, and inside of the fifth wave. Now, I do expect lower prices, of course. Now we're just having a pullback from that major drop that we've had the last few days, going from 27,500 range all the way down to 25,800. So this relief pump was very much expected. Now, how far this relief pump is going to go? Because what if right now this here is one wave to the downside, and this is just the corrective wave? If we do take a look at the volume is still much higher on this impulsive move down, as you can see here on the chart. And this right over here is just a corrective wave. How far this corrective wave can go? Well, technically it can go all the way up to the 7/8 Fibonacci retracement. If we do go all the way here and get Fibonacci from this impulsive move wave to the downside, guys, because this is an impulsive wave down, the trend is to the downside. This is impulsive, and this is corrective for the moment, all right? Now, of course, all of this will be invalidated if we do get a massive big pump above 27,500. That will be the moment to switch bullish, but not long in, of course, from the top of the trend, looking for those retracements and those big support levels to have that trend continuation to the upside. But anyway, till that happens, we are still in bearish structure. So far, so good. We're getting the relief pump, but now we're hitting resistance zones. Now, the 7/8 Fibonacci is just slightly below a major daily level, okay? We can see the 27,120 and 27,200 is a daily level that hasn't been tapped yet. Could the price go all the way up there? Yes, it's a possibility. Now, it's very important to see the volume, because if we do create that choppy action at that range, then of course this is going to be an extremely bearish level. I would be looking for some swing short positions at that zone. Only if the volume is low and only if we are consolidating at that level. It's very important to see what kind of price action is created if we do go all the way up there, because if we suddenly see a massive spike in volume coming up to tackle the 27,200 range without any consolidation, I will not short that level. Of course, I want to wait for a reaction. I want to wait for a consolidation, knowing that we are getting exhausted at that level. What do you mean about a consolidation? Well, basically it's this kind of price action right over here where you do have several candlesticks at a range before getting a drop, or right over here, several candlesticks before having a major drop. If we do get that kind of few candlesticks at that range, of course, I will be looking for a shorting opportunity. But right now, we are hitting the 618 Fibonacci retracement from this impulsive move to the downside with the leading volume. This low volume over here is a corrective move. We need to understand that, okay? We're not breaking any kind of big structure. We're trying to get above the value area low from the entire range, which is fine. We need to see a massive explosive move to get inside of the range. So far, we're hitting resistance, guys, and also the $27,200 range will also be resistance. So there are two major levels here of rejection. This one where we're at right now, hitting the 618 and the value area low of the range, we're slightly above the range. But with these wicks, if we do start consolidating here in between today and tomorrow, this will likely be bearish, okay? A consolidation at this exact zone of 26,800 will be bearish. Of course, we'll be looking for that leg down here to come and test the lows and even go to this low over here, right? And even lower. So we need to see this price action. As you can see, when you do create that price action, you have a potential leg down, especially when you are in a macro downtrend. So that price action in the next 1 to 2 days, looking at the 4-hourly time frame, will be absolutely golden. So I'm just staying patient here because I'm very much aware of the possibility from a corrective wave that it can hit the 7-8 range and then get that consolidation at that level. Of course, that will be a major level if we do get that consolidation to take another short position with very good risk management. Okay, guys, you know, if we're shorting here, we're not putting stop loss all the way up here. Of course not. That is too far away, right? So we are very much aware of the situations in the Legends trading community, guys. You got the link down below in the description if you want my daily updates on Bitcoin and trading setups. So what would be the invalidation? Of course, getting above 27,500, 600 range. Now, why would be that invalidation? Because when we do take a look at this, this would be a failed fifth wave, okay? So if we do see that one wave to the downside, 2, 3, fourth wave just slightly tapping the first wave on Fibonacci. If we do manage to break above that level, this right over here would be a failed fifth wave, okay? Not managing to break the fourth wave, and of course that would be extremely bullish. That means that this would mean that the ABC corrective move has finished, guys, and we are likely go to the $30,000 range and even higher, okay? Very likely scenario, okay? So I will turn bullish and we'll be looking for day trading scalp long positions with the Legends trading community if we do see that sign of strength and shifting the trend, okay? We need to understand, yes, looking at the higher time frames, we are in a very much bullish structure for the last few months. So this is why I'm only bearish looking at the range here, because we are trending down here for the last couple of weeks. But we need to understand that, yes, what if the ABC corrective move has finished already, as we have hit already the 1-to-1 extension. We do have that option of the 1.618 extension from the pivot high here to the low to this B point. We got the 1.618, which would be 23,100. That would be my most bearish case scenario in this downtrend. But we've already tapped to perfection that 1-to-1, which is at $25,815, okay? Meaning that this wave has the same length as this wave over here, which is already fine for an ABC correction. Usually the C correction is a little bit more impulsive to the downside or to the upside. But yeah, basically we have hit, you know, the level that is already, you know, potentially going to get that reversal. Now, if we do break up, like I said, the 27,500, 600 range, that of course means that we have finished the 5 waves to the downside. And we are likely to get here impulsive waves to the upside in the next coming weeks, okay? Just so you can understand this in a nutshell. Remember, guys, there's a massive price pool of 2 million Me tokens on Bybit. This is the Medieval Empires token. There is a 100% chance of winning, guys. Make sure to check it out. There's different spins here, okay? You can get 40,000 Me tokens, 20,000, 4,000. There's a 100% chance of winning, guys. You only need to sign up with a link in the description. If you already signed up with a link, of course, you are still eligible for this, guys, okay? So make sure to check it out. I'll be leaving this link that will take you directly to get started with the 100% chance of winning. Let's go to the S&P 500 because the S&P 500 wants to break this resistance that we've been talking about for several weeks right now, okay? And if it does break this resistance, of course, that could be bullish for Bitcoin in the short term. Bitcoin could actually pump those few $100s, all right, to 27.2K range. Now, if we do see this resistance zone on the S&P 500 being broken, and today's Friday, so I'm not sure if the market is going to finally finish a massive move to the upside here. We're probably just going to consolidate or get rejection. Let's see. We still have a few hours for the US market to close. But if it does start breaking above this level, this means that it's very likely next week or in the next coming weeks that we are going to climb to our biggest resistance zone, the end of the potential rally on the stock market, which is this 4,300 point level. I do believe so, looking at the analysis that we have been talking about, okay, for the last few weeks on the S&P 500, that range is a massive resistance zone. That will be the end of a possible double top scenario, failed breakout, and then the market will likely start correcting in the next coming months, okay? So just, the reason why we're going to go up there if we do solidly break above this resistance, of course, is because we do not have much resistance. As soon as we break this resistance over here, it's a free rally, right, of 100 points all the way up to that 4,300 points that will likely be next week if we do solidly break this level. Of course, today is Friday. It's going to be very difficult. If we start breaking above, okay, and it's very possible, I've seen these other Fridays, if we start having a massive move here and close on the Friday here, this will likely still have that continuation to the upside by next week, guys. Now let's jump to the DXY because DXY right now is hitting a huge resistance zone that is right over here at the 104 level because it is the point of control from the range here of the last year, okay? Looking at 2022 in May all the way till today, we have had large consolidations at that range, as you can see here on the chart, creating this massive point of control range, as you can see. So right now, yes, we could get a pullback as we have been trending down, but overall, I do expect that pullback to get a recovery and create a higher low and then smash the resistance zones. I am still bullish on the DXY for the next coming months. Short term, yes, we could get a pullback, okay, for this week and next week, and that could ignite the stock market, go to higher levels, and also the Bitcoin price to have several $100s to the upside, okay? Not much more to be said here, guys. DXY ready for a pullback. S&P 500 just about breaking a major resistance zone where it has been getting rejected here for the last few weeks. We got a massive rejection here just last week here, as you can see on the 18th of May, just tackling that level and then getting the pullback. Right now, we're back above that level. Is Friday, is today going to manage to break above it? Then this will be very bullish for the stock market. We have a massive rally potential all the way up to 4,300 points, guys. Not much more to be said here, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.